Welcome to Quiz Class. My name is Ellis and I'll be your host for today's World History Quiz. The quiz is out of 50, let us know at the end how many you got right. Let's get started with question 1. How long did the Pony Express last? 29 months, 39 months or 18 months? And the answer is 18 months. Question 2. What was the name of this movement combining several counties in Northern California and Southwest Oregon into a 49th US state? Sequoia, Lincoln or Jefferson? It's Jefferson. Question 3. Which of these was not one of the US Civil War POW prison camps? Libby Prison in Richmond, VA, Miami Prison in Miami, FL, or Camp Douglas in Chicago, IL? And it's the Miami Prison in Miami, Florida. Well done if you got that one. 4. Which West Coast city was known as the Shanghai capital of America in the 19th century? Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, California, or Los Angeles, California? And the answer is Portland. Well done if you got that one. On to 5 now. Which American president was elected 2 months after losing his son in a train accident? James Buchanan, Franklin Pierce, or Theodore Roosevelt? And the answer is Franklin Pierce. Question 6. In terms of overall losses, percentage of troops, to manpower, what is considered the worst defeat in the history of the US Army? Little Bighorn, Battle of the Wabash, or Pearl Harbor? And it's the Battle of the Wabash. 7. What new continent did Amerigo Vespucci find in 1502 that he later realised was not a part of Asia? Africa, South America, or Antarctica? It's South America. 8. A subject of English literature, which Scottish king killed Duncan I to seize the throne in 1040? Thomas Becket, King Lear, or Macbeth? And the answer is Macbeth. 9. When did Western Europe in the Middle Ages first experience the Black Death or bubonic plague? 1294 to 1295, 1347 to 1351, or 1399 to 1402? The answer is 1347 to 1351. 10. What European nation was Vasco da Gama from, who in the 15th century found a sea route from Europe to India via the African continent? France, Italy, or Portugal? And the answer is Portugal. 11. In the Andes Mountains during the 15th century, what group practiced terracing as a farming technique? Native Americans, Aztecs, or Incas? And the answer is Incas. 12. At the Battle of Hastings in 1066, who triumphed over the English? Normans, Germans, or Spaniards? And the answer is Normans. 13. No multiple choices for this one. The New York City subway opened in 1904. Was the first subway system in the city. True or false? False. 14. Who was the first to translate the Bible from Latin to English? John Wycliffe, Pope Gregory XI, or Martin Luther? And the answer there is John Wycliffe. 15. Which school was founded circa 1170 as a result of an edict issued by King Henry II? University of Prague, Oxford University, or University of Paris? And the answer is Oxford University. 16. The Magna Carta was forced to be signed in 1215 by which English king? King Henry II, King Richard I, or King John? The Magna Carta. And the answer is King John. 17. What war saw the heroics of Joan of Arc? French Revolutionary War, War of the Roses, or the 100 Years' War? And the answer is the 100 Years' War. 18. What two English royal families were at odds during the War of the Roses? Stuart and Lancaster, York and Lancaster, or Ellington and Stuart? It's York and Lancaster. 19. Which of these things was not developed by the Romans? Amphitheatre, public baths, or sunblock? And the answer is sunblock. 20. What architectural wonder was completed in 1648? Taj Mahal, Sistine Chapel, or Louvre? And the answer is Taj Mahal. 21. What dynasty, known to be the last in Chinese history, was founded in 1644? Manchu, Ming, or Sung? And the answer is Manchu. In brackets there you got Qing. 22. Which country chartered a company in 1600 to trade with the East Indies? Spain, Sweden, or England? And the answer is England. On to question 23. What was the invention made by Dutchman Christian Huygens in 1656 that revolutionised the clock industry? Pendulum, quartz, or chimes? And the answer is pendulum. How are you doing so far? Nearly halfway through and on to 24. What city's 4-day fire in 1666 would later be referred to as the Great Fire? London, Rome, or Paris? It was the Great Fire of London. On to 25. Seeking religious freedom, what Quaker leader established a colony in the New World in 1681? John Smith, William Penn, or William Bradford? William Penn is the answer. 26. After the Poles were expelled from Moscow in 1613, what dynasty came to power? Romanov, Stroganov, or Tatar? And the answer is Romanov. 27 now. What Quaker leader founded a colony in the New World in 1681 seeking religious freedom? James I, James II, or Charles I? And the answer is James I. Well done if you got that one right. On to 28. Which Shakespearean work near the end of his career was written in 1611? The Tempest, King Lear, or Othello? And the answer is The Tempest. 29. Which French king said, "I am the state," in the 17th century? Louis XIII, Maximilian I, or Louis XIV? And the answer is Louis XIV. Well done if you got that one. On to question 30. What religious sect was expelled by the Japanese shogun Iemitsu in the 1630s when he ordered the closure of ports to foreigners? Hindus, Christians, or Muslims? Christians is the answer to that one. 31. What disease is found primarily in tropical areas and was one of the factors in the decline and fall of the Roman Empire? Yellow fever, Ebola, or malaria? And the answer is malaria. 32. Which British Queen ruled from 1837 to 1901? Mary, Elizabeth, or Victoria? 1837 to 1901. And the answer is Queen Victoria. 33. Which Aristotelian student ruled Macedonia and virtually all of Persia in 332 BC? Attila the Hun, Alexander the Great, or William of Normandy? And the answer is Alexander the Great. 34. Which building, constructed between 122 and 138 AD, was intended to defend the Roman province of Britain? The Maginot Line, the 12 Fortresses, or Hadrian's Wall? And the answer is Hadrian's Wall. 35. Which Middle Eastern nation, upon its formation in 1948, immediately found itself at war with its neighbours? Jordan, Lebanon or Israel? And the answer there is Israel. Well done if you got that one. On to question 36 now. Who was named the Great Liberator because he helped to free much of South America from Spanish rule? Fidel Castro, Che Guevara or Simon Bolivar? And the answer is Simon Bolivar. When the Titanic struck the iceberg on April 14th, 1912, how long did it take for it to sink? 6 hours and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 50 minutes, or 4 hours exactly? And the answer is 4 hours exactly. 38. In what country did the Bay of Pigs invasion occur? Cuba, Nicaragua, or Grenada? The Bay of Pigs invasion. The answer is Cuba. Well then if you got that one, on to 39. Who was the captain who got kicked off the Bounty in 1787 and who later became governor of New South Wales from 1806 to 1808? Arthur Phillip, William Bligh or John Hunter? And the answer is William Bligh. 40. What was the name of the ship that was sunk in Auckland in the middle of the 1980s by French agents? Rainbow Warrior, HMS Olympia or Young Adventurer? And the answer is Rainbow Warrior. 10 questions left. 41. Who succeeded Augustus Caesar when he died? Tiberius, Caligula or Titus? And the answer is Tiberius. 42 now. What hybrid of the German and Hebrew languages emerged from Jews in German states in the 9th century? Gaelic, Norse or Yiddish? And the answer is Yiddish. 43. What beverage had gained popularity among Chinese drinkers by the year 708? Lemonade, hot cocoa or tea? And of course the answer is tea. 44. Pope Leo III bestowed the title of Emperor upon this Frankish king after Leo III had been reinstated to the papacy. The Holy Roman Empire was founded on this. Who was this king? Pepin the Short, Charlemagne or Louis I? The answer is Charlemagne. Hope I pronounced that right. 45. What volcano erupted in 79 AD and destroyed 3 cities including Pompeii? Vesuvius, Pinatubo or Peli? And the answer is Vesuvius. 46. What was the world's first book written on paper? The Diamond Sutra, the Decameron or the Bible? And the answer there is the Diamond Sutra. 47 now. What ancient civilization in the Americas created a calendar that was more precise than the Gregorian and Julian calendars used in Europe? Utes, Aztecs or Mayans? Which civilization? And the answer is the Mayans. Well done if you got that one right. 48 now. What edict did Constantine issue in 313 to make Christianity legal? Edict of Byzantium, Edict of Nantes or Edict of Milan? And the answer there is the Edict of Milan. 49. Because of the barbarian-like tactics, what was the notorious king and general Attila the Hun known as? The Devil's Ally, the Beast of Wickedness, or the Scourge of God? And the answer is the Scourge of God. And last question, 50. What is the name of the first landing place on the east coast of Australia in 1770 of Captain James Cook? Botany Bay, Fraser Island, or none of the above? And the answer is Botany Bay. Don't be fooled by that none of the above. Bonus question. Which gospel in the Bible is written first? Let us know the answer in the comments, and also let us know how many points you got out of 50. We'd love to hear. Thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notification on all new videos. But while you wait, here are some new videos that you can try that are uploaded already. Thanks for joining us today. My name has been Ellis and I've been your host. Hope you did well, and we'll see you next time.